Welcome to Styled by Estelle.
Welcome back to Style by Estelle with Estelle Winsett. Estelle is a former attorney turned personal stylist who helps women lawyers use personal style to show up with confidence, authority, and authenticity. I'm Heidi Mack, and in today's episode, we're exploring a powerful truth. Whether you realize it or not, you are your brand, and how you show up visually and energetically plays a big role in how you're perceived. We'll talk about how intentional style choices can reinforce your credibility, help you stand out, and make sure you're remembered for all the right reasons. This is episode 3. You are your brand, using style to be seen, heard, and respected. Welcome back, Estelle.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. We are here to give the information to the people. Estelle, the phrase, quote unquote, you are your brand, gets used a lot. But what does it really mean in the context of personal style, especially for professional women?
Yeah, what it means is you represent who you are, not necessarily just the firm you're in. It's not just necessarily the position you're in, it's who you are as a whole. And as a lawyer, you're establishing your professional identity from day one. And it's really important to think about you are going to have this. Most women know, and most lawyers know, that your brand is your word and who you are. And so you want to start thinking about that early, but also realizing that you are the through line in any jobs that you have throughout the law. And you want to establish yourself as a certain way and in a way that you like and is intentional.
So, why is visual identity, what you wear, how you present yourself, so critical in building credibility in fields like law?
Yeah, well, it's really based on science. The fact that you make a first impression within seconds of meeting someone, you can't opt out of having a visual identity. And so a lot of women will say, well, it shouldn't matter what I wear. I should just be judged on my merits. But the reality is that's not the world we live in. People do make these judgments, and they're not doing it to be mean. It's a subconscious thing that we're wired to do. And the good news about it is you have control. You can control the narrative of what you wear and the message you're sending. And so instead of opting out, control the message. And then you actually have one more tool at your toolbox for establishing your authority and expertise.
Yeah, so along with that, some women fear then that focusing on style could make them seem less serious. How do you help clients shift that mindset?
Well, I talk to them a lot about clothes have a really big impact on our confidence and how we feel. And it's really more about you building your expertise and your sense of authority and feeling good in your skin. And just like you could have professional athletes have mindset coaches because it's really important for you to show up in confidence. Style is a tool just like a coach is in helping you feel more confident in your role. And so it's a lot more than the clothes. It's what the clothes do for you and the energy they carry.
What are some style choices then that can actually help women command more authority or respect in the workplace?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest indicators of style is something that is a good fit. If you're wearing something that fits you impeccably, you're going to be showing up as tailored and professional, regardless of the cost of the garment. So that's actually the most important thing, is to get the fit right. And most clothes aren't made for universal bodies. You have to go get them tailored, even if it's just a little tweak and a little tuck there. All of these little personalized fit factors make a huge difference in how you show up. It's like you're not drowning in your dad's oversized blazer or squeezed into something that's too small. It's like when it fits, it just, it and it looks right.
Mhm. Yeah, that goes along with, I say, consistency playing a role in building a strong personal brand. Can you explain what that looks like when it comes to wardrobe?
Yeah, when you have a specific style, then there's predictability in how you're going to show up. People know what to expect when they see you. A great fun thing about having a signature style is it could be any number of elements that are your signature style. It could be a color. It could be the color bright pink. It could be your signature style. I know several women attorneys who have a color, and when they go to a conference, they're wearing that color, and they can be identified by that. And a lot of times it's their firm color. So those are those little details that make you stand out from the crowd.
It goes along with, yeah, you were saying start identifying the visual elements that make you feel most like them. Things like colors, cuts, signature accessories. How can we start, getting that all together?
Yeah, start looking at what is it you're drawn to when you go to the store and you're shopping. What do you come home with? Like it used to be for me, I would come home with statement earrings all the time. And I realized I just really like statement earrings. And so that is one of my little, yeah, like bigger earrings. And it's really kind of one of my signature style elements. Another one for me is glasses. Like I really love to wear these cat eye frames. I'm not wearing right now, but things like that, that just start thinking about what is it that you're drawn to that could be a staple, whether it's a certain kind of watch, a certain color. Just really paying attention to those kind of things can help you start identifying what your signature style elements are.
So why is dressing like yourself instead of copying someone else so important, like when it comes to being seen and remembered?
Yeah, when you're wearing something that doesn't feel like you, that's when you're shifting in your seat because you're uncomfortable, because you don't feel like you're showing up authentically as who you are. It's almost like you feel like a fraud or an imposter. And when that
Mm.
happens, then you're not showing up in your power because you're second guessing yourself. You're wondering why you wore this. It's all that mind chatter that can go on in your head when you're wearing something that just doesn't make you feel confident. And a lot of times, what I'll say when I'm working with the clients is the mind chatter is gone now because you have the outfit, you know, you look good, you feel good, and you have more focus and energy to devote to your work instead of worrying about what you're wearing.
So then, do you have an example of a client who discovered her signature look and how that impacted her confidence at her career?
Yeah. So I have a client who came to me who is a managing partner of a litigation firm, and she was traveling a lot to big cities, and she just never felt like what she was wearing kind of was the right look. That she would walk into the firm and have people think, well, who does she think she is? You know, like she just felt like something was off, or she didn't 100% trust her confidence in picking out the right clothes. And after we worked together and she had her signature style, then she had no problem walking into these big New York law firms and feeling like she owned the room because she really felt that way in her clothes. And that translated in how she showed up.
That's awesome. I love, it's like validation for yourself as well,
Yes.
knowing that you've helped.
You belong, you know it. And I mean, there's just nothing better than feeling like you own the room. Um, and it's not necessarily a cocky thing. It's just a confidence of, I've got this. And then others really believe that you've got that. And it just feeds on itself.
I love that. So to sum everything up, what is one first step a listener can take today to start aligning their outward appearance with the brand that they want to project?
I would recommend looking and trying to find one or two signature style elements that really feel like you, that light you up when you wear them. For me, it was the statement earrings. Maybe it's a certain color, but start to really think through, what do I light up on when I put this on, and try to add more of that into your wardrobe so that it becomes a very consistent style preference and style element.
Thank you so much, Estelle. And thanks for listening to today's episode of Style by Estelle. If you're ready to start showing up with clarity, confidence, and a visual brand that reflects your strengths, visit estellewinsett.com. That is ESTELLEWINSETT.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review if you enjoyed today's episode. As always, thank you, Estelle, for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave us a review in the comments.